Hello again guys, a few months ago I reviewed these headphones from Ausdom. These are the Ausdom M08, and they're great headphones. I still use them on a regular basis. But Ausdom reached out to me the other day and said, hey, by the way, we've released an updated version addressing a lot of the little issues that you had with them. Why don't we send you a pair? Of course I said yes, and here they are. So these are the new version of the Ausdom M08. As you can see, they're Bluetooth 4.0, 25 hours of playback time, and as you can see from this side, they are a different color. These are black and red, whereas the previous ones were sort of black and silver with red on the inside. So let's just open up the box and see what they look like. All right. Very nice design there. And I'll probably go ahead and keep going back and forth with these just to make some comparisons. Got these out now. We'll put them off to the side for just a second, see what else comes in this box. Down in the bottom, you get a 3.5mm audio cable, as well as a micro USB charging cable and a user manual in case you need it. And onto the headphones themselves. Let's just put them up side by side with the original M08s. Looking at them from this side, you can see the cups do still have that sort of brushed aluminum finish, even though it's plastic. Brushed here, feels a little bit more solid. Across the top, oh, it's matte now. Previously, as you can see, it was a shiny, glossy finish, fingerprint magnet. Now it's matte plastic. Definitely a big fan of that change. I believe the ear cups are supposed to have been redesigned a little bit. Yeah, you can see that there's a lot bigger opening there. They said the last generation ones were supposed to be over ear, but apparently I've got kind of large ears because they didn't go over my ear, but these definitely should. So I'm really looking forward to checking them out now. But other than that, they look relatively similar. Micro USB port in the same place, buttons in the same place, 3.5mm jack in the same place. And of course, instead of being silver and black, you have black and red with this particular one. And I will say that red color absolutely pops. And it's not exactly the same color here to here, but you're going with two different materials. So these two match up very nicely. This is a much brighter red, but I don't think that's really that big of a deal because the inside doesn't quite match the sides as well. But they feel very soft, very nice. And I think next up, it's time to go ahead and pair up to a phone. And I just heard it say power on and pairing. So we will head back over to the Nexus 5X. And there it says Ausdom M08 and the phone is connected. So it's time to put these on and give them a good fair test. All right, so let's put these on and have our first listen of the new Ausdom M08s. I've gone ahead and stretched them out a little bit and adjusted them just to get them ready to put on. They do still fold up like the previous generation ones. Definitely a fan of that. There we go. Ooh, those are very nice. Definitely over ear at this point because it is covering my ear instead of being on it. I'm gonna have to try them out for multiple hours to see how they feel after a while because these did put a little bit of pressure on my ears in certain places and they did have a tendency to become a little bit painful. But now that I've done that, let's try some music. Ooh, that's very nice. And they got a lot of bass to them, but I'm not specifically listening to a bass song. That one had a lot of bass to it. Sorry if I'm being kind of loud. Good in the mid-range, good in the high end. So far, really good all around, and a lot of bass when it's needed. Wow. Now I do have this almost maxed out at this point. That's as loud as the phone will go. All right, now I've got it set so that it's as loud as it'll be on the ears. Wow. All right, so these will go up really, really ridiculously loud. I put these up as loud as they'll go, I turn the phone up as loud as it'll go, and I was blown out of the water for a second there. And just to give you a little sample here, it's not gonna do much good, but it's a good microphone, good sound. That's max on both. And I can hear it clearly from here. Yeah, so initial impressions, I like the way they feel on the ear. I love the way they sound. I love the amount of sound that they put out. It's quite possible that they put out a little bit too much bass. I'm gonna have to pair them up to my desktop and see how they sound with that. See if they sync up with audio and everything. I've had no issues in terms of anything related to the desktop with the original Ausdom M08, but I think I'm actually gonna love these just a little bit more. So I'm gonna go ahead and try these out for the next few days, test out battery life, test out sound, test out working with the desktop and everything, and I will be right back. So let's go ahead and finish this up. This is just an update to a pair of headphones that I've reviewed previously. If you wanna know my full thoughts and opinions on them, make sure to check out that video. But these sound just as good, if not a little bit better, than the original Ausdom M08. They're a lot more comfortable because when you put them on your ears, there's a lot more room inside of the cups for your ears to be. So they are actually a little bit more on-ear than the previous M08s were. Other than that, they're pretty much the same. I like that it has the matte finish across the top. I've tested the battery life pretty significantly over the last week and a half or so I've had these, and it has lasted for several days for me, which means I'm wearing them for several hours at a time over the course of multiple days. It's supposed to have about a 25-hour battery life, and I'd say it probably does every bit of that. And it charges up in about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So you basically get a really decently long battery life and very comfortable pair of headphones that'll run you about $60. And it does work when you plug it in over 3.5mm without having power on. Does definitely get the job done. And again, if you want to see all the rest of my thoughts on these because they are so similar to the previous ones, video can be found down in the description. But thanks so much to Ausdom for making these available. You can find a link to where to purchase them down in the video description if you're interested. Exact same price as the previous version M08, but improved in a lot of ways. So thanks so much for watching. Remember, thumbs up below this video if you like this video. Subscribe to receive more videos when they become available. We'll see you again next time.